Hello, and welcome to this little Stella Vanity guide. Now, if you've read the title already, and I assume you have, you're thinking, that is the strangest idea I've ever heard of. I mean, in any game that works in a logical way, you start in Area 1, or perhaps Area 2, and then you skip at least one level on the way to the later game. So, for example, you go from Area 1 to 3 or 4, and then or Area 2 to Area 4. That's how things work. That's what makes sense. But this game allows you to do uncanny things. Maybe you could even describe it as bending reality. And you can go straight from Area 1 to Area 2. And it gets even weirder than that. You can actually chain them, so you can go from Area 2 to 3, which... honestly, it makes me a little bit queasy just saying it, so let's move on. The control setup I use is a 7-button setup. I don't go with a 6-button setup. I think having separate buttons for delayed shift and ethereal shift is very important. If you do want that extra bit of precision, you can go with 8 buttons. That's perfectly reasonable for a bullet hell game. Like... for controllers, aside from the directional pad, you often have the game making full use of 10 buttons. So I see no problem with this. I think that the gameplay of shmups is suitable to that kind of control scheme. Well, now let me show you how I accomplished at least one of these direct sequential stage progression things. Honestly, this idea is so... I can't even wrap my mind around it. I have trouble even describing it. But anyway, to do this, you need to get a pretty high score. And that means you have to get a good combo starter. You want to use your blade right away, and then... well, you have to use your blade kind of sparingly, because you know how it goes. Your shots are... unlimited ammo, but your sword isn't, unless you're in ether mode, like right here. Now coins are not really for points, that would be weird. No, they increase your overall multiplier and make jewels more valuable. And switching over to delayed shot mode is, of course, how you get your jewels. It's important to get lots of shots on the screen, and then when your DS mode is about to run out, you get a very nice counter wave. Of course, the amount of points I've gotten from this are trivial compared to what I need to pull that little trick that I've been kind of hinting at. So I need to build up my multiplier some more. I'd like to kill this mid-boss a little bit faster, but I don't quite have the stats or the routing to make my ether last longer to kill that thing faster. And now I'm using the third mode, which is a very simple overdrive. Just hold down the bomb button. I mean, if a game doesn't have 3 hyper modes, I wonder if it's even worth playing. Anyway, you use that to get better overkill on everything and increase your extra multiplier to the combo. A level 3 blade combo gets it almost to double, which is very nice. And now we have our final delayed shot mode, which is worth a lot more. This is how you get most of the points you need towards your qualify. I understand that with judicious use of bombs you can get higher and reach the target score sooner, but I like to conserve bombs a little bit, like 1 per stage is my thing. Now, we walk into the boss with not enough points. The thing is, we want to reach 220 million, and we only have 176 right now. So we're going to extend the boss patterns a lot to get some overkill. I don't know if there's an official name for that, but since you do that by going into ether mode, I call it ether extension. Anyway, you want to hit with the sword a lot, since you have unlimited sword use in ether, which is luxurious, let me tell you. Anyway, you need to survive the ether extension as long as you can to get overkill and sort of collect the points after that. You can also use DS mode's counter wave to collect extra gems, and I should have done that. Makes the run more stable. Anyway, can you imagine not not doing all that stuff in a boss fight, that seems really boring to me. That's almost like not having a button to turn auto assault on or off. Like naturally I turned it off during my first DS so that I wouldn't accidentally shoot down enemies, but imagine not having that kind of control over your assault attacks. Man. Anyway, that wasn't perfect. My boss gameplay could improve a fair bit. Like, I could have fully stretched out a couple of those ether extensions for more points. And even though I did qualify, and look, I'm in stage 2 now, so it's possible. This incredible power is not without cost, though. The game gets angrier, your rank goes up, and enemies start firing revenge bullets when you kill them from too far away. I mean, that's only natural for what I just pulled there. And if you really want to be a mad person, you can keep going and keep qualifying, in which case it's good to go above, as far above the 220 million qualification zone as you can, because the qualification scores get more difficult after that. You have to do more routing. Obviously I haven't done that for stage 2 yet, because just going like this is so weird. But qualifying in stage 1 took me quite a bit to work out, and I guess, man, if I really wanted to, I would carefully route all the stage 2, 3, and 4 like that. But, you know, the fame of taking the stages consecutively might be worth it. So with that done, I'd like to answer kind of an unrelated question about the shmup genre that I've seen a couple of times, which is why it's not more popular. And the only answer I can think of is because gamers are lazy. I mean, we have games like this that could not possibly be more straightforward or inviting to newcomers, so I really do not see the problem. The problem must be in the people who want to play games. Well, I believe that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you later.